Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, I want to talk about my stock photography earnings for the month of November 2022. So without further ado, let's get into it. So November, December, and January are typically not good months for me because I don't generally make holiday images such as Christmas or topics around the New Year's Day. So this was overall a poor month. Not the worst I've ever seen, but it's not good either. So let's get into it. The first agency I want to talk about is Shutterstock. On Shutterstock, I have 1,477 images and 109 videos. No video sales for this month, so we won't even get into that. The first image I want to talk about is an image that's sold on demand, and it's of a 4-opter, and that one sold for $12.14. So a decent sale for a single image. The next one I want to talk about is one of the few holiday photos that I have in my portfolio, and it's of me holding a smartphone with Christmas lights in the background, and you can't see my face or anything. It's just me kind of pressing buttons on the smartphone. Yeah, and that one sold for 82 cents. Nothing to brag about, but it sold. It just goes to show that if you have holiday photos in your portfolio, they might sell come, festive times. The next highlight is yet another smartphone image, and an image of a smartphone. And this one is showing the different social media sites and apps, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all of that. That one sold for 14 cents. The next highlight is one that continues to surprise me for the fact that it's still selling. But I guess it's not that surprising as long as the pandemic is still of interest. I think this image will continue to sell. And that's the image with the American flag and the dollar bill and a blank check saying COVID-19. That one sold for 14 cents. The final highlight I want to talk about for Shutterstock is an image that I uploaded during a tutorial I did a while back, and it's just of my daughter on the floor playing with some letter blocks, kind of arranging them and stacking them. That one sold for 60 cents on Shutterstock. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the highlights on Shutterstock. In total, I sold 71 images and made $36.43. In comparison to last month, that's down 82 cents. Yeah, not much to say about that. It is what it is, right? All right, so let's move on to the next agency. All right, so let's talk about EyeEym. On EyeEym, I have 1,436 images and 0 videos. They don't accept videos. All right, I have about 3 or 4 highlights I want to talk about. The first one is a close-up of my daughter putting together a puzzle piece, or putting together a puzzle. That one sold on Adobe through the partner collection for 35 cents. The next image is a really fun image that I took of my daughter a while back. We were at the park, and she was on the ground laying and just enjoying the grass or whatever. That one sold also on the Adobe partner collection for $1.77. I really like this image. It's a very happy photo. All right, so these next 2 images are also festive images. The first one is of my wife and my son. Actually, they're both of my wife and my son, and they sold on Envato. Well, not Envato. They sold on EyeEym marketplace. The first one, my wife is holding my son, and he's looking at the camera, and she's looking at him, and he's laughing, and there's like Christmas lights in the background. It's a very happy photo as well. That one sold for $11.90. And the next one, taken on the same day, is also of my wife and my son, and she's reading a book to him. And You can see the Christmas tree in the background. That one sold for $2.21. So not bad. The next highlight is a standard stock photo. It's just me at the desk, close up of me at the desk with my hand, and I'm holding a credit card, and I'm like on the computer showing, like e-commerce or online shopping or stuff like that. That one sold on Getty Images through the partner collection for $16.80. So pretty good. Overall, I'm generally pleased with the sales that I get on EyeEym. But every now and again, you will see those sales for, the 1 cent, the 2 cents, and sometimes the 10 cents. But for the most part, I get fairly large sales per photo. All right, so that brings us to a close for EyeEym. In total, I sold 45 images and made $53.32. So that's down, I would say, significantly since last month. That's down a total of $31.79. All right, so let's move on to the next agency. But before we do that, if you're enjoying these videos or if you get anything from these videos, please make sure to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a video. All right, let's move on to Adobe Stock. All right, so as I've stated in previous videos, I can always count on Adobe Stock to, perform well for each month. And this one was no exception. I mean, it did worse than last month, but it's still an okay month for Adobe. All right, so let's discuss the portfolio. I have 1,256 images and 59 videos. So a fairly small portfolio in comparison. Yeah, so let's discuss the highlights. The first one is an image that I took a while ago, and it, depicts like depression or a state of anxiety or, things along those lines. And it's just me holding my head and looking down at the floor. And that one sold for $2.31. All right, so the next two images, they're fairly hard to describe. They kind of speak for themselves, but they depict, like LASIK surgery or laser eye surgery, glaucoma surgeries. Yeah, but they're composite images. Yeah, so, I did some stuff in Photoshop to make them look the way they do, obviously. I'll put the images up now. The first one is an image of my eye, and I composited onto it like a laser beam going in with, computer overlays. Yeah, and that one sold for $1.05. The next one is an image of my wife's eye, and I also have overlays on it with a red laser shine into the iris, and that one sold for 36 cents. These images sell all the time. I haven't featured them in past videos. Not sure why, but I just haven't. All right, so this next image is a very simple one, and it goes to show that you never know what sells in stock photography. So just take an image of whatever you can and post it when you can. But yeah, it's just a bunch of Post-it notes on a fairly blank background, different color Post-its, and that one sold for 36 cents. The next image that also sold for 36 cents was one of me that I took at kind of the start of the pandemic. Yeah, I kind of seized on that opportunity to, put up relevant images, and those continued to sell. But this one was just a close-up of me wearing a mask and kind of looking up, like suggesting like hope or, yeah. The next image is also a composite, and it's of my wife's eye, and it has computer overlays on it again, like a Target or reticles. And that one sold for 99 cents. This image is highly edited, and it has a completely blue cast over it, but it adds to the image. It's what makes the image. That's a part of the image. Generally, you can get rejected for what they would call over processing. If you were to submit an image that the blue cast is not a part of the image, you would probably get rejected for that, more than likely. But the blue in this image is a part of the image, so that one was accepted without an issue. It's accepted on Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, all of the agencies that I upload to. All right, so that's pretty much it for the highlights for Adobe Stock. So in total, I sold 119 photos and made $86.36. So not the worst month on Adobe Stock. In comparison to October, that's down $24.78. All right, so let's move on to the next agency, and that's Envato Elements. So Envato Elements is by far my largest portfolio. I have 2,979 images, 0 videos. They don't accept videos. Yeah, and it's not surprising that this is my best performer, because I have the most assets on there. I have a couple highlights that I want to talk about, and so when I talk about the amounts for Envato Elements, it's not how much a single image sells for, it's how much cumulatively they made for the entire month. So this first image that I want to talk about is, if you've seen my previous videos, you'll know I rave about taking images of calendar, of the months of the year on a calendar. And this one was of the month of December, and that one earned a total of $23.77. I've said it before, it's a simple thing to do. Just snap an image of a picture of the month and upload it to the agencies. That's 12 images right there in your portfolio. This next image is when I used to be creative, when I used to upload to 2020. They used to do these challenges, and you can, enter photos and potentially win. I've won one of those challenges once, made like $200. It was pretty sweet. Anyways, this image is a bunch of paper cutouts of hearts, and in the middle it says like thank you. Well, it says thank you. And that one earned $6.47. I really like it. It's a really simple image with pastel colors. Yeah. This next image is a mobile phone photo that I took when I went to New York a while ago. Just snapped a picture outside of the hotel, looking down at the New York street and all the cars going by. And that one earned $2.74. This next one is an image that I did a while back for one of the challenges on 2020, and it's a Valentine's type photo. I took a ribbon on a black background and I configured it to look like in the shape of a heart, and that one earned $17.35. So not bad for an image that took mere seconds to make. Last but not least, this image is an image that I took of I think it was gold glitter, and I shined light on it and kind of blurred the lens or defocused the lens, so the image would be just like the bokeh of the glitter. And it turned out really well. It's a good background image in my opinion, and that one earned $4.28. So that's all the highlights for Envato Elements. So in total, I sold a whopping 786 photos on Envato and made $182.72. Not bad. In comparison to October, that's actually up 9 cents. All right, so that brings us to the total for November 2022. But before getting into the total, I want to say I had my first earnings on Wirestock, but it wasn't from like selling photos or anything. It's just for, I think they give you a bonus for uploading a certain amount of photos. So I think that number is 25 or so. If they accept 25 photos, they give you $5. So yeah, they accepted over 25 images for me, so I got the $5. I mean, I can't check that out or anything because I think you have to reach $30 or so. Anyways, I very much dislike Wirestock, at least their free tier. It just takes forever to get to get them to review your images. I uploaded, it took them about 6 or 7 weeks to review the batch that just went through. It's just ridiculous. There's no way I'm gonna upload anything else to them. Yeah, at least not in the free tier, and I'm very unwilling to try the paid tier because I think it would be a waste of money, in my opinion. And yeah, speaking of a fellow YouTuber, I think his name is Matt Fowler. Yeah, he just put out a short recently saying Wirestock sent out an email saying that their Adobe Stock account was suspended. So that's a big hit for contributors that put all of their photos into Wirestock and hoping that they'll get them out to, Adobe Stock and the other agencies. So now they've just lost an entire revenue stream because of some mishap on Wirestock's part. So yeah, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That is why I'm not putting all my photos on Wirestock. In fact, I'm not putting any more photos on Wirestock because these conglomerates that, consolidate all of these photos, they can, yeah, just like being suspended on Wirestock, they can get suspended from all the sites and then you lose all your revenue. Wirestock is not for me. Let's move on to the total for November 2022. So altogether, I sold 1,021 images and I made $363.18. So yeah, certainly not the worst month. But in comparison to last month, that's down $51.95. So I guess it's not bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was. I'll put up the percentage of how much each agency contributed to my earnings for the month. As you can see, Envato Elements significantly overtakes all the other agencies. Coming in second is Adobe Stock. All right, guys, so thank you for watching. I'm sorry this one took so long to make. December's earning video will not take this long to make. Yeah, but if you enjoyed this, please click the subscribe button and click the like button and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And yeah, until next time. Let me know how you did in the comments below. Yeah, until next time, have a good one.